Today we are building a Game Boy out of metal. This is the Boxy Pixel Gameboy Advance SP shell, and not only is it completely made out of aluminum, but it also has a couple spots in the shell already there so that we can install a headphone jack and a USB-C charging port. For our donor board today, we're going to be using this Famicom Edition Game Boy Advance SP. The shell was pretty nasty and the screen is destroyed, so I figured this would make a great donor to get our build done. First thing, we got to clean up the motherboard. I'm just dousing it in some WD-40 contact cleaner, and then we're going to scrub it down with a toothbrush. We're swapping out the old L&R trigger buttons first, which is pretty simple. I just have to take the old ones out and then put the new ones in their place. Next, we're going to add in an audio amp. The stock speaker on the GBA SP is pretty quiet, so this is going to make it a whole lot louder. All right, now we can move on to prepping the shell. Like I said, we're going to be installing a USB-C charging port and a headphone jack. The shell is great because there's no trimming or gluing. We just pop the part in and there's a little bracket that holds it in place. There are 2 wires that we're going to have to solder in place for the USB-C charging, and then for the headphone jack, it's 4 wires, and it actually can get pretty difficult. But let's slow down. We're not quite there yet. We got to install the screen first, which thankfully is quite easy. We just pop it in place and then secure it with the 4 screws. Now we can go ahead and slide the ribbon cable into the other half of the shell and start assembling the SP. I just want to make sure that everything closes up nicely and none of the wires are getting pinched. Now we can go ahead and solder up those wires, and when we're done, it should look something like this. Let's go and add in the upgraded battery, and now we are pretty much done. There's just one more thing that we have to do. It's not an SP unless it hinges closed, so we have to pop those hinges back in. Big shout out to Roy for ordering this one. I always have a good time building these all metal SPs. They have a really clean look to them, and it's just fun to add some cool new features to the old Game Boy Advance SP.